Pretty special for Jordan Granger to pick up his first double-double of his career against a rival opponent in Georgia. And particularly on a night when we didn't have Tyler Harris and Jordan had to go back and play his old spot before. He's probably better at it, but because we've been so banged up in the backcourt all year long, he's had to play the 3. He's pretty good at the 4. It's a position he trained for all summer. And so we turned the negative, into a positive there. Thought Horace Spencer got us off to a great start. Mayton and the other big kid out there. Those two are, Obida, they're good. They're good young bigs. Mark does a great job with his young bigs. But Horace was right there with him. 9 points, 8 rebounds. Mayton, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Mayton's thought of as one of the most improved players in the SEC. Horace played there right with him. Right with him. And maybe with Horace's 4 blocks, you could say maybe outplayed him. I thought that Dunnins, made a huge difference. We don't win the game without him, period, the end. And it's cool because he's a Georgia boy. And obviously didn't get recruited by Georgia because they got good players. But 7 assists and 1 turnovers in his second game back. You could see I can play call for him. I can get him in the lane. And he helps us be better. We won the game without Simeon having a big game tonight. Got in foul trouble early, never got it going. We're going to need him to be a beast on Saturday and for the rest of the season. But it was great to win without him having a good night and without Tyler Harris. And I thought Bryce Brown and TJ Lang showed greater toughness by getting to the line 18 times after we really made a strong point about that going in. So it was a good win for us. Georgia's a rival. Got great respect for them. You could see why they're so good. Frazier and Gaines, you pay money to see those kids play now. And they were really, there was just no putting them away. Obviously, there's no quit in Georgia.
Bruce, you wanted Lang in particular to get to the line more, and this is only the second time in his career, both against Georgia, that he got to the line 10 plus times. Is there something about the way they defended him tonight that helped him do that, or was he just more assertive in his play tonight?
I think he was more assertive in his play. I think he was. I think he took the criticism and the challenge. I think he took it to heart. And I just think that talking to both TJ Lang and Bryce, what do we say about guys that just make 3 balls and don't get to the foul line and don't rebound? What do we say about them in a scout? That's not who you are. So get in there and rebound. Bryce had 6 rebounds and shot 8 free throws. Now he may not feel very good about the fact that he was 2 for 11, but he played with greater toughness and physicality. And so did TJ Lang, and I thought that was huge. And the result for TJ Lang is a career high 21. So without Sim, without Tyler, for those guys to step up like that, but that's, Dunnins has a career night. Horace blocks 4 and plays terrific. Dunnins 7 assists, 1 turnover. Lang has a career, and Bryce 6 rebounds, but that's what it takes when you play 7 guys.
Can you talk about the rebounding in this game? First half, you guys had a big advantage. Second half, they did.
Yeah, they had a huge advantage in the second half. Georgia came back in the second half to win the game. They're scoring 58 points. Ought to be enough to win. The defense was down the other end. We didn't guard very well, and if we'd have lost the game, that'd have been the reason. So I'm obviously not very happy with that.
You said on the 18, 7 guys get career highs with Arkansas, and you win. It's a hell of a formula. You had 4 tonight. Do you realize how correct you kind of are to get a W with this 7-guy rotation right now?
It's good. I talked to the team about let's do something that last year's team didn't do. Let's get our 5th regular season win. And it's just I know it's not where we want to be, but it's steps. It's steps in the right direction. Beat a team like Georgia that's playing for their NCAA tournament life. Georgia is our most fertile recruiting ground. It's an important game for us. And Mark Fox is one of the best coaches in the league, so I'm more than challenged when I have to go up against him.
Something about your ball movement. The first half looked pretty good.
I thought one of the reasons why the ball movement was good was, Dunnins is an advanced passer. The ball doesn't get stuck in his hands, and he's a ball mover. And so he throws it ahead, he gets it back, he reverses it, and all of a sudden you start to get some stuff in transition, you get easier looks. That was nothing that we put in, but he's a little bit more of a point guard than what I've had for a while. So I think he sort of set the tone with our ball movement.
With these career performances of late, Bruce, from mostly role players overwhelmingly, and guys who are going to be here for a while, and with Sim frankly struggling a little bit, not just tonight, but as of late, as you start to build and look to the future, do you think that Sim could play less down the stretch here as you start to look to the future?
I don't think he will. I think Sim will be a dominant player for us. I do. He just didn't have he had a great game at Georgia. He was dominating. He just wasn't there. We don't beat Alabama unless what was he, 18 and 20? I mean, so no, I look for Sim to continue to maintain a very strong presence and a strong role. He just didn't have it tonight. Sim has expended a lot of energy. And you know what's interesting? I'm going to talk to him about this. Monday, he didn't really have it Monday in practice, and so it was very interesting. I know it sounds crazy, but he had a couple tests this week too. He had 2 tests, and I know he had a test today in astronomy. I mean, I know it sounds weird. No, I mean it. He was with tutors and mentors and studying pretty late last night. Had to take the test at noon today, so maybe that was a factor. These guys are in school full time. Everybody good? All right, thanks, Coach.
So you're saying